Gray situation because that's been a beaten horse since he's been um, beating the dead horse since he's been mentioned about it, and it's been going on for a while now. Let's just hope Morrow gets better and that we see him on NXT either not next week or definitely soon. Because we
If they
don't
let
want.
him go, I hear a new AEW ring announcer
Oh
coming.
God! All right, so let's continue. So all you Humberto fans, I got some bad news for you. Brian Alvarez revealed recently how Vince McMahon currently feels about Raw superstar Humberto. Vince is done with Humberto for the time being. He's given him the Cedric Alexander. Like, you're still going to see him on TV. I'm sure he's going to win here and there. But, like, it's exactly like Cedric Alexander. He got a few weeks. Vince thought he wasn't getting over, so he's done. What about you, Dave? Were you into Humberto and the push he was getting on Raw?
So it wasn't much of a push. I mean, he just got a little run beating AJ Styles one week. Did he beat? Yeah, I think he did beat. I don't know if he ever beat him, but whatever. But yeah,
Calm
I
down.
think he pinned him in a tag match. That's what it was. But yeah, he had like that Crown Jewel show. He got the battle royal and lost to AJ in the for the title, but
Mm-hmm.
still, I don't think it was much of a push anyway. But yeah, it's like whatever.
Um,
I was never a huge. Look, I think he's a great wrestler in the ring, but I don't know why they brought him to Raw because it just seems like, yeah.
isn't Alvarez the same guy who complained about WWE then caved only 3 hours later? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
who cares what
that's
Alvarez
Brian
says?
Alvarez for you.
I
Graves is
like his
trash,
cousin
says Ian
better.
Dunn. Another
I
Latin
think
guy getting dismissed, says Ian Dunn. What? I'm sorry.
I think his cousin's way better. Is more entertaining too, though.
Is that Angel Garza?
Yes, it is.
Man, Angel Garza, dude, just getting over with the damn pant tear. I don't really believe Alvarez says will. I don't blame you at all on that as well. Good. The dimpled child faced Power Ranger had no business being over, says Mr. AEW. Damn.
Yeah,
Christ, that's brutal. Humberto is awesome, but became fodder for the OC. Yeah.
yeah.
He,
He would also be a number one draft pick for another company on TNT.
yeah, I'm sure Dynamite would pick him up in a heartbeat. Um, so yeah, there you go on that. Here's some more. This is Vince McMahon news. Vince McMahon was reportedly furious at Seth Rollins for responding in ring to CM Punk chants on Monday Night Raw. Meltzer notes that CM Punk line was ad-libbed by Rollins, and Vince doesn't like teasing matches or appearances when the company has no plans to deliver. He did note there is a chance Vince and Rollins could have been working everybody backstage, but he feels this is unlikely. Vince also doesn't want to give fans the impression Punk is under contract with WWE because he's not. His current deal is with Fox. Now, another update by Vince McMahon. I know I have it. Did I don't tell me I took it off. I think I did. Now go ahead, Dave. What are your thoughts on that while I go find the Oh, here it is. I'm sorry. Here I found it now. Vince McMahon reportedly considered the main event of last week's Survivor Series pay-per-view a major disappointment. At the show, NXT Women's Champion Baszler defeated Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch and SmackDown's Champion Bayley in the final match, giving the Gold brand their 4th point and the win in the interpromotional matches. According to WrestleVotes, McMahon was not pleased with the match, calling it a major disappointment, while the Wrestling Observer said the spots practiced ahead of time came off as awkward in the actual match. A source in WWE said that McMahon was really mad backstage. This isn't the first women's triple threat main event to draw the ire of the chairman, as the botched finish to WrestleMania 35 saw Lynch pin the then Raw Women's Champion Ronda Rousey, despite the UFC star's shoulders being off the mat. After Baszler's win, Lynch attacked the Queen of Spades, reportedly setting up a feud between the two, though it's unclear if this is the plan. What are your thoughts on that, Dave?
Now all the fans are changing their minds that they like the main event because they don't want to be green with Vince McMahon. Because you can't. The fans of Vince McMahon agree that can't happen. So everyone on Twitter just tweeted they love that main event. So because they can't be in the same boat. But Wrestle votes. I'm sorry. Observer, I might give it some weight on how I believe it, but I don't know what the fuck Wrestle votes is.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Adam Bomb said they're a credible wrestling source. I don't know. I do see
Doesn't
them.
Brad Shepard work for them?
No. If they're affiliated with Brad Shepard, I don't think people would use them as a credible source at all in their wrestling news sites. Brad Shepard is the shits.
I know he works for somebody.
Let's see. Let me scroll up here. He's furious at Seth Rollins big time, says Noob. Hey, at least they aren't Brad Shepard, says Ian Dunn. No shit, people love seeing pants getting ripped off, says Adam Bomb. What else here? He's just going to take over Sin Cara role, says Brian, mentioning Humberto. Yeah, sure, and I'm the Queen of England, says Adam Bomb. What are you referencing to, brother? Fake, he was probably jerking off to the matches. It was a wrong main event, says Will. The main event of Survivor Series is extremely bad, like dumpster fire bad, says Noob. Adam Bomb says, not exactly a surprise. Had it just been Baszler and Lynch, it would have been fine. That's RSN, Dave. I think that's what he's who's
Ringside News.
Ringside News, I guess. It's going to be the plan because who wants to see Becky with the women's tag team titles with Charlotte? Nobody does, Noob. The company that has a combined IQ of 1, says Adam Bomb. Damn. Oh, the Vince being upset at Rollins. Oh, okay, I got you, brother. So speaking of Seth Rollins, it made sense at WrestleMania because Ronda was a main event talent, but not at Survivor Series. Yes, sir, Bill. You're absolutely right. The main event shouldn't have been the ladies, unless Ronda was showing up. And they just did it justice with that. All right, so Brock Lesnar, we'll get into Seth Rollins in here in just a second. According to a report by the Wrestling Observer, Brock Lesnar is currently on a hiatus from WWE. It's likely he will be returning in time for the Royal Rumble in order to defend his WWE Championship. Lesnar is back on a hiatus until probably around January. His next show is the Rumble, so he'll be back when it comes to shoot his angle for that show. Do you think this is big news, Dave? I mean, I think we all figured we weren't going to see Brock on Raw or in any sort of way until Royal Rumble time. Do you agree?
Yeah, I'm surprised it's not WrestleMania time.
He's just going to skip all the way to WrestleMania and hold that title without defending. Seriously, RSN deleted their tweet about Jordan Grace and Sandman. Oh, I saw Jordan Grace had some interesting comments to make about Sabu and Sandman.
What Sandman said to her.
Had some sexist comments, apparently.
Said, like, women shouldn't be main eventing in today's... And any man with any respect knows that. And she said that wasn't said in 98. That was said in 2019. It was said tonight at a show when they were main eventing.
Fuck Sabu, man. He's horrible anyways.
Sandman.
I think Sabu said it too. I saw some a news site report Sabu said it as well. Two WWE superstars are reportedly out of action due to injuries, according to Mr. Dave Meltzer. According to the report, EC3 suffered a concussion at the end of September, and there is currently no idea of when WWE doctors will clear the former 20%.
You know he has a concussion when he walks in the office and he's like, "Where's Dixie?"
EC3, who has been scarcely used since his calling up to Raw, last competed on WWE Main Event on September 30th, teaming with Eric Young and coming up short against Lince Dorado and Grand Metalik.
You know, I blame you, Tony. I blame Tony for EC3's demise right now because...
Hey, Bergie, how you doing?
NXT, all Tony kept saying, man, EC3 doesn't belong in NXT. He belongs on the main roster. And he gets up there, he does nothing.
Did I just
except beat Dean Ambrose?
I think I just
is his
jinxed
only
someone
win.
else. I might have jinxed EC3. Oh my god.
His only credible win since he's been up there is beating Dean Ambrose on his way out.
You're absolutely right. Come on, EC3 isn't news, says Coquina. Wow. Off subject, did anyone see Stone Cold with Undertaker on WWE Network? I have not yet seen it,
I
but I've heard nothing but great reviews over it.
I was
Who's next?
disappointed though.
Did they say who's next on the show?
No. It'd probably be like a quarter year thing they do it. I was
Thank you,
disappointed that
Alice.
they never
Appreciate that.
brought up Sting. That's what I was disappointed about.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. They never had a plan for EC3. No, they didn't. They didn't. They took, like everybody says, WWE likes to swoop up the talent. EC3 was hot as hell at that moment on Impact. He was getting himself over, his character over, and WWE saw that, took advantage of it, signed him, and had no idea what to do with him after that. You laugh, but concussions are bad. Look at Kelly Klein. She got one and got fired and blocked from ROH. No. I don't laugh at that. I laugh at
I
them
was
saying,
making it fine. It was a poor joke. I apologize. I'm going to get in trouble now.
I was laughing at more of they don't know when they're going to clear him like it matters because we never see him on TV anyways. That's what I mean about that.
It was my fault because, again, in this world we live in, it's too sensitive. I can't make a joke. Fine, I'm sorry. Concussions are serious. You're right. I forgot. We're in a sensitive world where I can't make jokes.
Oh, yep. Lana did resign with the WWE. What's next? News on Hillbilly Look at Coquina coming after us. Right? No Sting mention. Austin should have asked the question. Missed opportunity. I agree.
Sir.
I agree. They should have said something.
That's what I was waiting for. I was like, come on, mention about what's your thoughts about Sting. Did you ever was there ever a shot at you and Sting wrestling at that WrestleMania 31, 34, whatever the one you came in on? I can't remember what year it was. But I was just like, was there ever any talk about you and Sting possibly having that match? That's what I'd love to see. Something about Sting.
I probably will check out Starrcade if I remember. If not, I'll watch the replay of it, Alice. I'm sure Dave will check it out.
Yeah, I'm going to, and I'm going to tweet Tony every hour. When I get up, every hour. Hey, Tony, don't forget Starrcade at 7 o'clock. Hey, Tony, Starrcade at 8 o'clock. Hey, Tony.
Nick Aldis challenged Muda for the NWA title, says Ian.
Oh, my God. Who's next? I mean, you said challenge Ric Flair next? I mean,